Also, also, I'm gonna share my screen. There you go. Okay. So I want you to tell me what it looks like, how it looks so far. I just have the rough draft so far. I have not made any additions yet to actually, make it look fully like tank. But you can see like it's coming together, like the front and the back. You can see my idea with them,
Yeah,
right?
I can see it.
So how's it looking so far though? How's it looking so far though?
Looking pretty good. Are you gonna add like weapons on it?
What's tank without one? What's tank without weapons?
No, I just thought because what? It looks good overall.
Alright, so I'm hitting 16 with this. Sorry, does this turn on? Also, take a look at this. Do you notice anything weird about the tank?
No.
Yeah, so you remember how I said I was using altitude sensor? It's like certain altitude when I go in the water. I hit it.
Mhm. Oh, it's right there.
It should be on. It should be going to that.
Wait, did you turn on relative to waves?
No. Oh. Is that what it does? Oh, now read the description of this.
Fine,
It.
I'll leave them up there.
What the fuck you mean? Don't even give me a description of it. That's other things. Oh, the description of those.
By the way, that whole front part covered in 1x2.
What?
Why is the whole like front part like
Oh,
this?
this.
Yeah.
Um, it's just so. It's because I don't really think I'm gonna need it. But in case I do, I am gonna end up deleting those. I just decided to fill it in because why not? So it does work, but I just need to do an arithmetic thing. Fucking to 0. A NOR gate might work a little better since. Well, no, it's not gonna work that. It's not gonna work better.
No, what do you like want to do?
I'm making it so like as soon when I enter the water, then the Triton engines will activate and allow me to drive underwater. But once I ow, fuck face. But when I get out of the water, the Triton engines turn on after a little bit, turn off after a little bit, so I actually have time to get on. I just gotta look at my things. If it was not 0, that's not gonna work.
A no logic gate probably would be good because
No, because like as soon
um
if I exit the water, or if I enter the water, then there's 0 outputs. And when I try and put an output into it to activate to turn on the engines for like to reverse and to go forwards, it'll turn off the NOR gate because of the fact that it'll be an input that is negative or positive that is not 0.
I have no idea what you just said.
It's not gonna end up working. As I just said. What?
But all right.
Honestly, like I'm gonna need like an arithmetic kind of thing. Might need arithmetics. Only one input is not 0. That's not gonna work because of the fact that there's always gonna be an output that's not 0 until it enters the water. And the Triton engines will always be on. Any input is not 0. Always give me an input. It's not gonna work. All input that's gonna make it turn on when I press R2 since that one's always on.
Why didn't you just make it drive with the Triton engines?
Huh? Cause look, See how slow it goes right now?
Mhm.
I want it to be that slow so it actually like it's realistic. Do you want to know how fast it go, how slow it goes with these? That is way more speed than I want it to have. I want it to stay below that speed, but it just having the Triton engines active while on land just fucks it up. I want it to stay like around the tens place. With Triton engines, it boosts it to 20 almost immediately. I mean, I gotta make the Triton engines active only under the water.
Wait, do you have like any other engine?
No, you think? How do you think I was driving without the Triton engines?
I just didn't see it.
Yeah, I could hit it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be what I end up needing. So threshold, the value to compare the input with. It's gonna be 1. Or it's gonna be 1. Comparison equals that is gonna go into this, which makes it 0. Which turns that off, which makes this 0. So when this turns off, it becomes 1. So we're going to make the threshold 2. So I can do positive and negatives that add to that. So those are always on, which turns this off, which will activate, which will minus 1 on this, which makes it, which will add 0 to this, which makes it 0 does not equal 2. So when we enter the water, that'll turn on, which will add 1 to this, and it'll give us, once we press R2 or L2, then it'll do that. So R2 is going to be hooked up to that one, and L2 is going to be hooked up to this one. So negative 2. So that, do not want that to go in that. Do not want that to go to that. Do want to go to this though. I want these to go here. So from here, what we want to do is, what do we want to do from here? We want to get it to where it subtracts. So once this turns off, or once this turns on, it'll a constant of 0. It'll subtract 1 from the one that is being inputted to make it negative 1, which will add negative 1 to this. And when I click L2, it'll add another negative 1, which will make it a negative 2, which will turn it on to go backwards. That's very simple. Why is that logic so simple? Did you understand anything I just said about the logic?
No. Not a single thing.
Why is logic so simple? Meanwhile, you over here struggling to understand what the fuck I just said. Seriously though, I kind of expected the logic. I kind of expected logic to be easier. Or harder. Yeah, I kind of expected it to be harder. Han, so I'm gonna need you to...
Know how to use them, and then I'll probably get like
Han,
to make a lot more stuff.
Han, watch my screen. I'm gonna explain to you what I just said. Okay? Just watch my screen.
Also, I am watching it.
Okay. I fixed a little bit of this. Put this here. Do the same thing over here. Put this here. Alright, so let me explain this with the visuals here. So look. Here's what I said. So you know how like this back here, correct? Right? So this goes into this NOR gate, which goes into this arithmetic logic gate and this comparison logic gate. It goes into this comparison logic gate, which has a threshold of 2. So it gives it a constant of 1, which is less than 2, and it's set to equals. And R2 will give it an output of +1, which will put the input of this at 2, which is equal to the threshold, meaning that it will activate the engines to turn on positively. Now this NOR gate, and this NOR gate is attached to this arithmetic block, because I haven't attached to the NOR gate. So while this is on, this is off with a constant of 0, adding nothing to these two. However, when it turns off, it adds 1 to these two. So it adds 1 to this, which has a constant of 0, and is set to subtract, so that 1 becomes a -1, and is into this comparison logic gate with L2 on negative with a threshold of -2. And due to L2 being adding -1 to it, and this arithmetic logic gate making this +1 into a -1, whenever I click L2, it'll turn these Triton engines on to go in reverse.
I understand it. Also, you put L2 on top of it.
Oh, I did? Oh, so whoops.
Yeah, it's just a little glitch. Whenever you're moving your cursor, it still thinks you're like, your cursor's on the thing, but just like selects it and makes this X.
I tell you, look. See how there's no green light on both? How on the NOR gate, there's only one green light.
Yeah.
That's because this is activated, denying it to turn on. Now when I go forwards, see how that comparison logic gate turns on, but does not have two outputs, have two green lights?
Yeah.
That is because that's because the NOR logic gate is not activated. It's activated, meaning it's not having output. My speed is still slow because of that now. Now see when I do this? It has that comparison logic gate has a red light on only one side, because that NOR gate has not turned off to give an output of +1 into the arithmetic logic gate, which will convert it into -1 output, which will put it into the arithmetic logic gate and negatively output the Triton engines, which should, in theory, keep my vehicle from turning on Triton engines while I'm in just on ground. So I want to find out. We're gonna go into the water.
I want to speed that up.
I like it slow because it just. I'm gonna at some point speed it up. At some point, what? At some point, speed it up. Huh? At some point, speed it up to the correct speed that I want. But just for testing, I'm gonna keep it slow so I can make sure everything's working correctly. Because keeping it slow means that there's gonna be less, interference by, yeah. This is a nice angle to go at. Alright, we're at 3. It's off. That becomes negative. That does that. Oh, look. Now look at this. That green on the arithmetic logic gate is now converts to a red, which is a negative. And inputs into that bottom arithmetic comparison logic gate, making it a red. When I click L2, that should make it go backwards. However, it seems not to. Oh, that's why. I know why. I want to have a threshold of 0 then. Well, a threshold of 1 at least. We're gonna make this constant a point. We want to make the constant at 0.5, I think. 6.5. Oh wait, no, that's why. I figured out why. It's because I had the output set to a positive, permanently. So when I was doing that, it was setting the output to a positive for no reason, because of that. All right, let's try this now. Wait.
It works.
Look. So look at my speed currently. See how slow it is?
Yeah.
Now let's go in reverse. See how slow it is?
Mhm.
We're gonna go to the designated. Also, look where it activates or deactivates. See how far away I am from the water? That's so it gives me time to actually, get back on land in case like the what do we call it? Because since the bulldog engine,
Oh, yeah, because
since the bulldog engine's
it
still in
doesn't
the,
work any underwater.
yeah, since the bulldog engine is still in the back, because I don't feel like moving to the front, having the Triton engine stay on longer will allow us to get up high enough to give us time to get the bulldog engine out of the water and activated.
Yeah.
Anyways, so let's see. Let's go under the water. Wait, look at my speed. It's still hit. It's hitting that. Alright, so yeah. In reverse works too. Holy shit, it works.
Nice.
It took 4 logic gates and a sensor to do something this simple. Holy shit. That is both easy and hard.
Yeah.
However,
No, shit. All you have to do is like add detail
and yeah, add the turret. Because I'm gonna make it like a spinning turret, because why not? Why the fuck not? I gotta add some little details to like make these tracks not so barren. Also, I'm using this DLC's what we call them,
style.
skins. See, here's the thing. I'm gonna put like like a minigun down here or something, so I can like be like one of those ones that can spin without your turret or some shit. Actually, I'm on top of the turret. I'm gonna add one. It's like it'll be on like a. Ooh, wait a goddamn. You know what? I just had a great idea. So you know how most people like use, where is it? This for tanks when they make like the turret and shit.
Yeah.
How about I delete those fucking control? Like, how about instead of making that, I simplify the controls by instead using this, removing a bunch of controls by just using your camera,
Okay. Yeah, that is.
simplifying it, and I can make it.
It says like 4 turrets.
It does. Yeah, I'm just gonna eliminate a bunch of the controls by just using an aiming servo. Cause look, boom, I now have an aiming servo, of which usually would have taken a lot of 2 controls, and it has taken 0 controls. And now, of course, just like in like War Thunder and in other situations, and because just why not, I'm gonna do that. And like War Thunder,
Yeah.
and actual tanks, slow turning. Are you
I
on?
came up with the best idea.
That's
I thought it'd be like a really.
that turn is a little fast. Holy shit! Hold on, look at my screen.
Like perfect.
I'm gonna show you just how like slow it rotates. That is quite literally the perfect turret rotation speed.
Oh, it's perfect.
Oh my shit.
So good.
So you're telling me all this time when I was building garbage tanks using just the servos and taking up so many controls, I could have been doing this?
Basically.
By the way, in case you want to make something and use like the same like speed, the speed is 0.2. So you can actually make it.
I did to know. Very good info.
I kid you not, I was finna go in like in depth. Cause like here's the thing, I dislike testing all the in depth ones first, cause that just makes it a whole tedious process, of which I don't like to do. So here's what I do. I go through. I find which one is like. I'll start at 1, and if I need it slower, I'll put it to 0.5. If I need it, and if it's like if 0.5 is too slow, I'll set it. I'll like work my way up back to 1. Now if 0.5 is too fast, I'll jump by 3 down to 0.2. If it's too slow, 0.1. If it's too fast, I'll go to 0.4 and then 0.3. And if 0.2 is too, if 0.1 is too slow, I go and start doing M depth. Just cuts down on a bunch of work. You know what I'm realizing? This front looks very car shape.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Why can I make a car shape on accident for a tank, but I can't make car shapes for shit? Oh look, do you want to see the last time I tried to make a car like a car windshield, like a car shape?
What is?
I'm gonna show you the last time I tried to make a car shape. The very last time I tried to make a car shape. See how bad this shape looks? And then we just accidentally made, and I just accidentally made a car shape. What the fuck? Why do I dislike my ADHD due to the fact of, oh, well, you want to do this? Yeah, no, fuck you. We're gonna do this. Oh, you want to do this? Yeah, no, we're gonna do the thing you wanted to do earlier, but we're gonna do it much, much better.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know it is. I'm tempted to just like, do something like inverse of that. Hey, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just do that. I'm gonna do like an inverse. Also, this is coming along a lot better than most of my builds. Okay, now that looks backwards.
Yeah, it really does. Well, probably what you could do is
I have a solution.
make the front a bit flatter.
I have a solution. You know what the solution is?
What?
I'm just gonna do this. So you know what? So you see how like this side's a lot better looking for the front than this side? I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do something very tedious, but also not tedious. It's confusing how it's both at the same time, I know.
What's your logic?
Literally right. Hey, where do you think this takes? Oh. Wow. I found the gate. I found the gate. Yeah, because I still have all those room in the front. So that's also why I filled the front up. Because it gives me a sense of how much room I actually have.
Yeah.
Doesn't just make me like blindly guess.
It's a good thing to do.
It's like filling the front up allows me to like get an exact count of how many blocks I have to work with in the front. But just like keeping it barren doesn't give me the exact count of blocks, so it just kind of turns into, you know, a guessing game, a guesstimate, if you will.
Mhm.
I don't need them all that far forward, so I'm gonna put them there for now.
Yeah, 'cause that's where they were before.
No, because they were here before, right here. So I moved them one block forwards.
Mhm.
And seeing as I cannot do that part, I'm just gonna do this. Simplify it. Remove the whole block with that one, by the way. Because look, let me show you how it was before. This is it before, and I just did this. See, a C block's gone, and 2 blocks added.
You can make the whole thing one block.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, I can.
Just get rid of those 2
Yeah, I can.
2s.
I can just do this.
And then just add a 2 by 4.
Yeah.
And then for that side part, you could just add a 6 by 2.
What do you mean a 6x2, bro? Holy shit. Yeah, I can add 6 of them. Holy fuck. What? How did you just count that? That fast?
Me?
Yes.
Not well.
You said you can just add a 6x2 from this. Yeah, you were correct. Exactly, I can add exactly two 6x2s. Look at this! Exactly!
That's even what I said. I said you can get rid of the 2 by 4 and then just add a 6 by 2 there. You just turned my idea even better.
Still, the way you had said your idea was implying that I just replace a side piece here with the 6x2s. And holy shit, were you correct with the implications? And you were perfectly on the dot.
Not too long.
I did. Damn, I did. I didn't think those ones were actually getting in the way. Look, I can do this. What? I forgot 4.
You did that one by 2.
Yeah, I forgot 4 blocks apparently. No, I just made it forward. Cool on. Cool, yeah. Okay, there you go. So, look, so now this side is getting... Why is that kind of good shape, though? Why is that kind of good
I
shape?
have an idea.
Why is that kind of good shape?
I mean, it kind of is. But I have a better idea for it.
Hold on, I'm just trying to make this real quick. Oh, wait, shit, we can't do this. We can't have it here. So, we still gotta make this... We still gotta put these as these, which you have to extend it, but means that this one's in the way. So you can't use this.
I was gonna say you can get rid of that those wedges and just add a 3 by 4 wedge, and then just make it like flat on the top, like how tanks are. And then you
A
can add,
3 by
like,
4?
the-
Why am I getting a 3 by 4?
Yep.
That is a very slow incline.
And 2 3 by 1s.
It's a very slow incline, however, because I want to have it like this. Alright, let me show you. I want it like that. But this just doesn't really give me that. It's very short. Also, I had a better idea. Just this. Bam. I have to fill the... I would like to fill this part. Fill... I just realized we're gonna have to fix some aerodynamics afterwards. Actually, who the fuck cares about aerodynamics? Fucking, it's a ground vehicle. Who
Why
ca-
did you just do that?
Do what?
Wait.
Why did I do this? Like, put these here? Actually, I probably could cut down on the block count and complexity by doing this. God damn it.
I'm confused by what you just did.
Why?
If you put 3 2x1s, just put 2 1x3.
I put 2, and I just replaced them with the 1x4. Also, I'm doing this for design choice, because I'm gonna make these all have like their own kind of design on them. And you can't really do that with, oh. That's kinda cool though.
Yeah.
I like that. Wait a goddamn minute. I just had an absolutely great idea.
What?
So you see how this here is like just like sticking through the wedge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what it looks like. What does it look like? Look at that. It totally does not look like nails or screws.
Oh yeah, it does.
I can go around like piston glitch a new control bulldog engine into different blocks when I'm done, and just make it really detailed or really designed with these little screw things.
Yeah.
It's like I can piston,
If you want
huh?
to,
Cause
you can even add like
huh? 'Cause look,
functionality.
I can like put a piston in like here and have it like pull the bulldog engine like in the center of these two.
Oh, yeah.
I can do a lot of things with this. Alright,
Just
so
have fun with it.
the way we had the front, we had it like this.
Yeah.
Just move these forward. Yeah, and I can just add a. Now these, look, the ones inside of it do not matter, seeing as you only see this part. So the ones inside are gonna get the same skin basically, so it's not really gonna matter. But these ones that you can see multiple different parts of them are the ones that are really important to make the right size, so I can really give it a good view. That's that looks cool.
Yeah, it does.
I gotta move this part. I gotta move this back a little bit though. Make it more like in the center of these two. Yeah, that's the center of those two. That's we're gonna do this. So to avoid any injunction with these, because you see how like I'm doing this. If we put this up here and like add on to it, it's gonna connect to this. To avoid any of that, we're gonna do something really cool that I like to do. That I like to just abuse the fuck out of when it comes to building things like this. It is called ignoring that piece. And do you want to know how I do that? I get rid of that piece and replace it with a piece of one less equivalent, and I just do this wedge. No, nothing up here, and now nothing up here can get connected to it. It is no longer an issue. Now, when it's on like the outside or somewhere viewable, like see, this is technically going to be viewable if I don't make the turret big enough. So if it's outside where it's somewhat visible, I just do this. Let me put these back. So when it's like when it's in any way visible, I quite literally just do this. Since the turret itself on the outside, on the inside is not going to be the turret itself on the inside is not necessarily going to be visible. I just happen to like to do a little bit of this. I grab this. Boom. And then, to avoid any further issues with that piece, kaboom, ignored. And due to this being like the same kind of thing that gives you the glitch with the steering hinges, which like gives pieces inside of each other, same thing can happen here. I'm pretty sure. Point proven. Seeing as this piece could go easily around them without any, anything happening. However, I'm going to make the turrets bigger, meaning that it does not matter if whether or not I have this here. And just for fun, just because why not, I'm going to do it here. I'm just going to put it there. Anyways, do you want to know how remember how I said I want like a turret on the front or something?
Yeah.
I have an idea on what I want to do. It's like I want to have the turret on the front be like, an underwater kind of turret, since, this thing can go underwater for underwater warfare, though. I want to have that be an underwater compatible gun, which I can probably just piston glitch it and into a close enough area. Cause see how much room there is here? I could probably get it piston glitched into these I could probably get it piston glitched, move these forwards. Actually, I don't think I need piston glitch. I can just put it in there and have it not intercept anything. Yeah, I can literally just do that. I don't got piston glitch shit. Yeah, that'll work. What do you think? Do you think that worked? God, do I want one of these? Hey, packing idiota! Hey, do you have any money I can use for the packing?
What use do you do for?
What? Packing heat. Packing heat.
Yeah.
Do you have any money I can use?
Maybe. Hold on.
Holy size! Why is this thing so big?
Yeah, it is.
You know what?
I'll be right back.
It's probably my best bet. Alright. You know, I realized I just kind of cheat sometimes. I kind of cheat sometimes because look how like smooth that is. Like, look how smooth the incline is. And same with this one. Look at that. Just look how smooth I made this incline. when I have some like a smaller build, I cheat a little bit and just do this. Boom. I like put the blocks I need in the square, and then just put the
There's a
wedge.
single block for all of those 1x4s.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot they added that. That is a really useful block. That cuts down my block count by 4. By 3, I mean. I honestly kind of forget they added that. Yeah, it cuts. You know, I realized, without you reminding me about most of these, my block count would probably be at like maybe 300 by now. But it's currently at only 148. Nice.
That would be a really good build.
So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and, get another one of these and give it limited aiming, because this is okay. So I can't use that. I can't use this one. This is gonna have limited aiming. This is gonna be a turret itself. Like, you stop doing that. It's really making me hard. It's really making it hard to see. Thank you. Here's what I'm gonna do. Boom, boom. I'm gonna do this. Add that block. And then to avoid like any conflict with this part, we're just gonna do this. God damn it. Conflict avoided. I love cheating when making builds. It just makes it so much easier.
Yeah, I love cheating.
Okay. So as for the turret itself, what do I want to use? See, I might want to make it a little bit bigger, considering as how much room I'm gonna need. Let me do this. I'm gonna do a little bit more cheating, or make it a little bit more, strategized cheating. So since I have that over here, it's gonna be a little bit. These tracks are probably gonna end up becoming like covered by the tank itself, or the tank body. But that's kind of what happens usually in tanks. So I might as well just go ahead and do that real quick. Hold on, because most tanks just yeah. Hold on. Okay, back. Okay, so I'm gonna make it a little bit more cheaty, but also make it a lot more have a lot more effort. So instead of just making it like plain like this, I'm gonna do one thing that's gonna make it look a little bit better. Like, it honestly looks kind of bland, doesn't it, right now? So this one little trick is gonna make it look a lot better. Now, one trick is this. Doesn't that look a lot better already?
Yeah.
Wait, that actually kind of looks really good. Holy shit! I did a cheaty thing, and just made it a little bit more, and just gave it a little tiny more effort. And tell me that's not a really good circle. Hold on, look from the top view. That looks garbage circle, right? But then this. Okay, so I'm gonna replace these with this more simple block to replace them with. And do you know what the block is? That block happens to be... Drum roll, please. This. And you know what? I'm gonna do this so I can do even more, you know, block eliminating. Boom. So I should hide it more inside. So that's the debate. Like, do I want to make it less blocky? Like, give it, like, less block count? Or do I want to make it, like, look good? Like, I have it looking good already. I have it looking pretty good for what it is. But the issue is, if I want to make it look better, I gotta move it back here. But that would sacrifice block count, but also make functionality a little bit better because it will protect the gun a little bit. So do I want to make functionality a priority in this part? Or do I want to make, like, looks priority? Because usually what happens when I make builds is I prioritize function for one part when I try to make it look good, and I end up just, like, saying fuck it and going all function. And I'm gonna do function. I'm gonna do function and looks. Because not only does this give looks, it's function. So I mean, I'm not just gonna lose myself in function. Okay, so we're gonna do this to make it look. I didn't think about that part. I gotta make. Well, no, I don't have to make it like that. I was gonna say, like, I have to make it in such a way that it's gonna, you know, be circular for the top. And I was like, wait a damn minute, I don't gotta do that. It'll look good without it either way. And to even more cut down block counts than doing this part, remove those temporarily. Do this. I did not move these out yet. Oh yeah! I forgot that literally this entire area was connected by these two. That's a lot of blocks that are disconnected currently. That one that I like. I'm gonna do something even better. So you wanna know how I'm kind of trying to cut down on block count? Yeah. See, this is a really good area for this block. See what I mean? Though it's a really good area for that, isn't it? Okay, well, I am currently at a good block count for how big this thing is. I'm not even kidding. For how big this thing is, it is a really good block count. Wait a damn minute. I just had an idea. See, I'm extending this, making it a lot larger. That means I have more room for the weapons, for these guns. I mean, I can probably try and just time it, make some good timings, and quite literally just make it an infinite fire. Because why the fuck not? Why? What? Bye-bye. Bye. At least I still got you guys, which... I say you guys like everyone's actually watching. I want to say fell off. I want to say like, the fall off was hard, but it wasn't even a fall off. It wasn't popular in general. It wasn't popular in the first place. So, wasn't really a fall off. I don't like that I have to make it circular all the way up. I have to actually attempt to. It's a little big for the weapon. Actually, you know what? For how big the turret is, it's pretty good size. Yeah, that's actually a really good size for the turret. We can just hide it. We can just hide it. We can just hide all the extra parts. We don't really. We can like just hide the base of it. Make it look a whole lot better with still with function now. So I'm thinking that I actually see full on speed. It's a little speed. So I want to make those one. Gun. Absolute lomp. It's gun. Well, that's gotten in the way now. We gotta figure out a way to make it look good still. That'll work. Will it be the best fit? Not necessarily. Will it definitely work though? Absolutely. There's no doubt about it, it's gonna work. With the way that it is, it's going to work. There's no maybe. It's just yes. Hello, why are you mad? So I'm gonna do a little cheaty here. A little cheat. Can I stop it from interfering with that? By just literally doing this. Makes this one seem like it's actually doing something. It's really just being there. Not necessarily doing much of anything. Oh, is that stuck into you? Oh, is that not stuck into you? Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try my best to make this look rounded out. However, there are no promises that it's gonna really be that great of looking rounded out. But I'm gonna attempt. Why do they have any pieces for this? Now, I think my best bet for this is just piston glitching. I'm pretty sure my best bet for this is just piston glitching. Oh, it's gonna make it look fair, not that great. I do have an idea. It could be a great idea, and it could be a horrible idea. However, either way, I have an idea. The idea involves steering hinge glitching, or hinge glitching. Why wouldn't it? Listen, I am who I am. I'm not changing that. If it has glitching, that isn't piston glitching, it's either gonna be, you know, that the one glitch, I forgot what it's called. Whoops. No drag glitch or piston glitching. And that's that. Now I don't really think my method's gonna work for this part. We're gonna have to turn down the speed. I honestly think like a 45-degree angle is probably our best bet here. Just like that. That's why I don't think our thing can work here though. However, if that's connected there, and that can connect there. So it's gonna put that in. Let's try it. I didn't think about that part. I'm gonna make it that though. Okay, hold on. Oops. Hold on, let's get back on surface. Okay. Okay, hold on. What is happening currently? Gina, currently, what is happening? Right now, sun works. This thing is not steering, steering bearings. Yeah, I know there's like, more options of pieces I could choose to use to make this a lot less blocky build, I'd say. Oh yeah. M0, the full thing. There's still plenty of buttons that haven't been used. I'm not figuring out, but like running out of buttons. I was about running out of buttons or some shit. I'm confused while I'm figuring out about that. Hmm. Okay, so I could have done the thing I was talking about the Bulldog engine. I haven't seen any life kind of done that. It's not gonna work anymore. I'm gonna see if anyone else is on. Ooh, Gypsy's on. I'm gonna do the skinny. I'm gonna do that in a moment. I'm gonna go make sure it works. Cause you know I've always done pure function builds. Like, it's like this kind of like my first ever look good build. And for my first ever build to look good, it's pretty good. They're like, this is no practice look good build. Wait a minute. Bam. Now the flat cannons and those torpedoes on the same button, it'll help us a little bit. I really have like an idea like where if you get down to a certain depth, then like you're just gonna stay down, like you're just gonna your engine shut off to the pressure, and like you just explode. Like your engine shut off to the pressure, and then after a little bit you explode. Oh well, I guess we're going down there. You can see me trying to like go backwards. Also, I can do a slow down. You can't always keep going backwards. So, because we're going down here. Because I don't like it down here. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh. Can I go back, please? Wait a minute. I have what that can't shoot up. I guess there's only one thing I can do. Just go deeper. And explore. Huh. That happened. That could be a good idea for like for like another model of this. That's a really good idea. We have it hooked up to a, I want to say an AND gate. No, AND gate is all. There's NOR, there's OR, there's AND. I want to say it's a NOR gate, I mean an AND gate, but I don't think it is. Yeah, it's not. Is it an OR gate? No. It's a short. It's a. They're both OR. What the fuck? NOR, OR, and. Fuck. I heavily dislike that. Because that's NOR, that's OR, that's pronounced OR, and that's an AND. There are two OR. I strongly dislike that. Sorry, I took my headset off so I could scratch my ear.